one talks about the Kings. That's what everyone said last year. Now everyone's talking about the Kings. Honestly, the Kings aren't even underrated anymore. The Kings aren't even underdogs anymore. They're basically a good team now. Which is insane to say because it's the fucking Kings. I mean, come on. Who cares about the Kings usually? But now, they're second in the West. They have 40 wins. That's good. That's real good. The Kings getting 40 wins is extremely rare, and they have not done it since when? Like 2005 or something. They have not done it in 17 years, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. And you know, they've finally done it after 17 years of disappointment and sometimes torture. The Kings have 40 wins this season, and it's still counting. You know, they could have more wins. They could maybe even have 50 wins. Who knows? They could actually do it, you know. I wouldn't be surprised. They have a great energy in that team. They have some hard matchups here and there, but they could hit 50 wins, and that would be historic for the Kings fans. First of all, I want to start off with Mike Brown, who I think should be the coach of the year, obviously. Like, come on. Who's led the team as their head coach basically perfectly. He's just the right guy for the job. Any team could use a Mike Brown. I mean, come on, I'm looking at the other coaches. Like, there's a reason why your team's struggling. Your coach has a big part in how your team performs. And I think Mike Brown is one of the biggest reasons why the Kings are here right now. He has great rotations. He has great player selection. I think he draws up great boards, great plays. That's how many... Like, the reason that De'Aaron Fox is so clutch is because of the plays that Mike Brown gives him to play. It's the combination of that and, of course, this guy's clutchness that makes him hit game winner after game winner. Honestly, the whole organization as a whole, I just said whole 2 times right there, really helped this year for the Kings and the Kings fans. They've been amazing. They're legitimately one of the best teams currently. Although, no one really takes them seriously because they don't have an apparent star on their team. Usually star teams perform better in the playoffs, sadly. Like, in history, championships aren't usually won by a bunch of role players. Usually. It has been done a couple of times before. But it's not seen that many times. So I'm telling you right now, they're not gonna go that deep into the playoffs. But they have a great chance of going kind of deep, going to the second round maybe, upsetting some games. They could definitely do that. And also start, before going into the team itself, the beam. The fact that they light a giant beam across the sky every time that they win, a beautiful idea. Beautiful. And has like single-handedly made them more popular in the NBA. I keep saying single-handedly. I think that there's a lot of hands in this, you know. It's not very single-handedly. Yeah, whatever. Everyone thought that this team would be like a play-in team at best. Yeah, at best. Not second in a stacked West. Because the West is actually really stacked. And the Kings, no one would have thought that the Kings would be right here, right now. You know? No one would have thought that the team would have panned out this well. That the bench would actually perform. That the role players would actually hit their shots. Like, the Kings usually are not in this position. The Kings are usually seen as an easy matchup. This year, I can't bet against the Kings. I used to always bet against the Kings when I'm doing my little NBA gambling, you know, but I can't do that now. They're good. They're very good. And you would not want to be matched against them. You know, I wouldn't want to be matched against them. They won against the Suns. The Suns is a very good team. Even if they don't have Kevin Durant, they're one of the best teams in the NBA. Pronto. Come on, they have Devin Booker in their team, and they destroyed them. Come on. Last night, like, the fact that the Kings just have random players showing out every other night shows me that there's hope for this in the playoffs. Usually playoffs are won by individual bursts of performances, you know, because not everyone performs well in the playoffs. Never. Almost never. Not every single player can just perform their best in a playoff game. Too much stress. The defense is way better. Not gonna happen. However, the Kings have this formula where, like, every game another guy just shows out and goes on a shooting streak and just destroys the other team. And this time it was Kester Edwards. He showed up last night and just, like, they got him free from Brooklyn. He's just a random player, you know, undrafted, not fucking undrafted, but, you know, unplayed player. But then he just showed up at the Kings game, went crazy. Mike Brown said, "I'll keep him," because he usually never plays, honestly. Like, But Mike Brown said, since you're shooting well, I'll just keep you. And I've worked out for them. And this is against the Suns in a deep regular season game. They trust their players so much that they would just allow games like this to occur. That's why I like them. Okay, I'll go through their team now since I'm talking about their team so much. Before that, they're currently first in offense in the year. This year. First in offensive rating. Yeah, first. As the Kings. I mean, that's pretty good. So I'll tell you why that's the case. First of all, Harrison Barnes. I think he's been a very helpful veteran this season. He's been averaging 15 points and 4 rebounds. That's just for a random Harrison Barnes, you know. Just a random guy. He showed up in the Kings, got traded in the middle of a Dallas game, came to the Kings and is happy now, you know. When he first got traded into the Kings, I said, damn, this guy's just not going to be played at all. This guy's going to be gone. This guy showed up, man. He's become one of the best players in their team. One of the best. And so, yeah, I love him for that. Kessler Edwards, another guy. Now is a fan favorite after last night. Might pan out next season. He's quite young. I don't think we're going to be seeing him at all in the playoffs. But yeah, I like that they have young guys in this team. This team is also a very young team. They have some veterans here and there, yes. But like their main guys are either in their prime or they're young. So they're in their young prime, which is great for the Kings and their fans. I'm very happy for them, you know. I'll keep going. De'Aaron Fox. This guy. Okay, first of all, Clash Player of the Year, obviously. So fast with his feet. And basically just an offensive masterclass. Every single play, he shows the full effort. Every single play, he runs and runs. Every single play. Man, this guy's just such a good interior scorer. It's insane. I think he's definitely their best player. And I think that's their future. I fucking love him. He's been averaging 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. Yeah, he's also a playmaker, man. Yeah, that's how you do it, man. I'll keep going. Kevin Huerter. Okay, he's been in some slumps here and there, I know. But he's a spot-up shooter, man. That's just what happens. He's been averaging 15 points, which is pretty good for a spot-up shooter. And yeah, he has a slump here and there. Everyone clowns him, but I mean, it's pretty amazing. If you ask me, he's a nice 3-point offensive player for the Kings. That's just voila, good for him, real good for him, you know. He fucked up in the 3-point contest. It happens, pressure. But yeah, he's been great for the Kings and will show off in the playoffs. I think he's like a Duncan Robinson in the Kings. And oh my god, I'm not even gonna talk about Duncan Robinson right now. That's for another video. Davion Mitchell. Honestly, he's worse than last year, sadly. But I mean, come on. He's super young. And the team changed. The team changed from a fun little team to a competitive team. A very, very, very competitive team. And this, you know, sometimes doesn't pan out for young guys. It happens. He's a very young guy. Just a random guy, okay? Just a random defender. And sometimes the sophomore just doesn't hit well for some young guys. He is a good defensive player, though, still. When I'm watching Kings games, he's still in the court. He's on ball defending. He's still a great defender, and I think he will be in the future of this team. I think he will be the best defender in this team in a couple of years. Definitely. I'll go for Malik Monk right now. He just goes crazy every once in a while. Like every 7 games or every 10 games, he just fucking scores 30 for no reason. He's averaging 13 points, by the way. He's a really nice finisher, a really nice role player for the team. Just a nice scorer to add to the little cherry. Yeah, he's the cherry of the cherry, you know. You have the Malik Monks, you have the Davion Mitchells, the De'Aaron Foxes, the Kessler Edwards, the Harrison Barnes. Those are the guys around Sabonis. Now this guy, the reason that they're currently here, the reason that they're having the best season for a long time, it's Sabonis. The reason is he's basically just the glue for the team. I keep using this term, but yeah, like De'Aaron Fox and him, they really complement each other in the offensive end. I've always loved Sabonis. He's been extremely underrated. Like no one cared for him in the Pacers. Like I even forgot that he was a Pacer just now. But yeah, I'm very happy that they traded Tyrese for him. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is basically Tyrese Haliburton with less playmaking and less 3-point shooting. So them replacing Tyrese for Sabonis, I think that's a great deal, you know. And it's good for both teams, you know. I think that the Pacers are really living off of Tyrese, and currently, yeah, as we can see, the Kings are living off of Sabonis. He's so good. My guy, he's my guy, man. Okay, now let's go to Keegan Murray, my final guy that I'm gonna discuss. He's a bit popular this year, okay? He's popular because he's averaging 11 points per game in a competitive team as a rookie. He's very good. I think that he's like top 3 in the rookie rankings. I think he should be top 3 in the rookie rankings, maybe top 4 because Jalen Williams just showed up lately. He's a really nice rookie for them. They'll definitely play in the playoffs. So a first-year playoff experience is always good for a rookie. They had Scotty Barnes go through that last year with the Sixers. By they, I mean the Raptors. I think it's really panning out for them, you know. So yeah, that's gonna improve him greatly. They call him fucking Cardio Keegan for some reason. Like, bro, he's a 3-point shooter. He's a rookie in a competitive team. He can have bad nights. Chill with it, okay? I hate when people judge rookies. Don't judge rookies or sophomores, okay? That's my only rule. In the third year, if they're still shit, that's their own fault. They had 2 years to get adjusted into the league. But in the first 2 years, anything can happen to a person. You know, Paolo Banchero had fucking shot like 3% from 3 last month. And that's okay. He showed up last night, hit 17. It's okay. You know? Whatever. I'll stop talking about Paolo. Let's get back to the Kings. Honestly, they're just a really fun team to watch at the moment. I will definitely watch all their playoff games because the fan environment is just something else, you know. They're so good. Yeah, also Sabonis is averaging 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists, which is just a fucking amazing stats for a big man. Basically mini Nikola Jokic for you. But a better defender, of course. He has 67% true shooting. You know, yeah. The only thing I can say at the end is I hope that they don't match with anyone who's very tough, you know, in the West, because the West is quite tough. There are a lot of playoff teams in the West. I hope they won't get matched with the hardest fucking option, you know, which is basically the Warriors. If they get matched with the Warriors or the healthy Suns, they're fucked. I think that they have a chance against Dallas or the Lakers or the Clippers. I think that they have a chance against these 3 teams. You know. But the other teams, a little fucked, you know. I'm sorry. But I know the limit to this team. I know they're fun, but come on, they've had some bad games. They sometimes just can't show up. A match with the Timberwolves would be nice though. If they ever match with the Timberwolves, I think they could beat the fucking shit out of the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are not built nearly as good as the Kings. I don't think they can beat the Grizzlies too. We'll have to see. Honestly, it's the 3-point shooters that will decide. Basically, the you know, the bench will decide whether or not they win. So overall, love this team, great team, love you guys. Support Kings basketball all the time, amazing. Sacramento is currently the second best LA team. Sorry the Lakers, but you're just not it, you know.